Hi, this is Kristen. Change of scenery today. It's a beautiful day outside. It's October and it's like 85 degrees, so why not breathe in, stretch outside, and look up at the trees and the beautiful blue sky. This is my dog Baloo. He's a German Shepherd Golden Retriever mix, and he loves everybody. Start in a seated position and start to alternate rolling your shoulders. You can hold on to your knees and move your torso from side to side. Think about planet Earth, our home. It's an abundant and supportive home for us, providing us with food, shelter, adventure, and beauty. Move with your breath. Start to deepen your breath. Eventually meet in a tabletop position and we'll move through cat-cow. Your shoulders over your wrists, your hips are over your knees. Inhale, drop your belly to the floor, shoot your sit bones to the sky, gaze forward. Exhale, round through your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, gaze forward, shoot your sit bones to the sky. Cow pose. Exhale, round through your tailbone. Push through your hands, chin to chest, cat pose. Flow through your inhales and exhales through cat and cow, whatever feels nice. Engage your core, push through your palms, root down through your hands, knees, and the tops of your feet. Maybe get into the side body. Being in nature gives us an opportunity to reconnect to the beauty and serenity that Earth has to offer. It also relaxes the mind and reduces stress and anxiety. Kickstand your right foot out, plant on the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale, right hand overhead for a modified side plank pose to get a deep stretch in the right side of the body. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Kickstand the left foot back, plant your left heel down. Inhale, left hand overhead, deep stretch in the left side of the body. Exhale, left hand to the ground. Shoot your hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. Root down into your pointer fingers and your thumbs. Bend your knees and let your torso and chest drop towards your thighs. Your hands are shoulder width apart, your feet are hip width distance apart, and spread your fingers wide and root down through all of your fingers. Pedal your feet out, shift your hips from side to side. Come on your tippy toes. Plant your right heel to the ground, bend your left knee, inhale, right arm overhead for another modified side plank pose. Deep stretch in the leg and the side of the body. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Plant your left heel to the ground, inhale, left hand overhead. Exhale, left hand to the ground. We'll flow through this. Inhale, right hand overhead. Right heel plants to the ground. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Inhale, left heel plants to the ground. Left hand overhead. Exhale, left hand to the ground. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your feet to the top of the mat in between your hands. Inhale, exhale, standing forward fold. Bend your knees, let your torso rest on your thighs. Wiggle from side to side. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Shoot your sit bones upward slightly, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, standing forward fold. Grab onto your ankles, maybe go a little bit deeper. Inhale, use 2 to 3 cycles of breath to roll yourself up to standing. Your head is the last thing to come up. Inhale, roll your shoulders up and back, mountain pose. Inhale, right hand to the sky, left hand drops towards the leg, side stretch. Exhale, right hand to the left, right hand down, left hand up. Inhale. We'll flow here, right hand up. Exhale, inhale, left hand up. Exhale, inhale, right hand up. Exhale, inhale, left hand up. Exhale, inhale, both hands overhead, maybe find a slight back bend. Exhale with a flat back, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Spine and neck are neutral. Exhale, standing forward fold. Step or walk your feet back into a high plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Lengthening through the spine and through the crown of the head. Shoot energy out of your heels. Legs and core are strong here. Breathe through this position. Bring knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Shoot your sit bones to the sky. Get a gentle back bend. Come down all the way to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose. Maybe lightly take your hands off the mat so that you're using only your back muscles lifting you off the mat. Strengthening your back muscles. Exhale, back down to the ground. Bring your hands to clasp at your sacrum if your shoulders are open enough to do this. Inhale, gaze forward, slight back bend. Reach your arms back behind you towards your heels. Push through your pelvic floor to ground into the earth. Exhale, back down to the ground. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up and back into child's pose to get a release in the lower back. You can spread your knees wide, big toes to touch, and let your torso sink in between your legs. Arms out in front. Forehead rests on the mat. Sway from side to side. Come up onto your fingertips and roll your shoulders forward and backward. Alternate rolling your shoulders. Push yourself up to tabletop and then use your core muscles to lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Hands are shoulder width apart. Root down through the pointer finger and thumb. Inhale, right leg to the sky, open the hips. And then keep following the momentum with your right leg and flip your dog. Place your right leg on the ground so you're facing the sky. Push through your legs and lift your hips up to the sky as your right hand goes to the sky. Inhale, gaze back towards the ground. Place your right hand back on the mat. Lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Once more. Exhale. Send the right leg through, right foot in between the palms. Inhale, high crescent lunge, hands towards the sky, energy coming out of the left heel. Right knee is at a 90-degree angle or slightly behind the ankle. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Legs are strong. Walk your left foot in slightly, and with hands at heart center and your hips square, start to lean over your right thigh for pyramid pose. This should be a deep stretch in the right hamstring Bring the left hip forward as the right hip goes back to level the hips. Time in nature helps us to establish a sense of security and stability, knowing that we're always supported and guided. Inhale, back up to standing. Walk the left foot out slightly. Ground the left heel and windmill your arms open into Warrior Two. Gaze over the right fingertips. Be sure that your right knee is not collapsing inward. Push your shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, straighten your right knee and start to lean forward as you reach forward as far as you can go. And then gently place your right hand on your knee, shin, ankle, or the ground for triangle pose. Shoot your hips backward as you inhale, left hand to the sky. Gaze can be forward or up towards the left fingertips. Root down to the outer edge of the left foot. Bend your right knee, come back up into Warrior Two. Both legs are strong, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, windmill, hands to the ground to frame your foot. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs can be on the mat or off the mat. Gaze forward, try not to collapse the neck. Exhale, shoot your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Sit bones to the sky. Feet are hip width distance apart. Toes facing forward. Inhale, left foot to the sky, three-legged down dog. Open the hip up, bend the left knee, send the momentum around, place the left foot on the ground, flip your dog. Inhale, left hand to the sky or overhead. Root down through your feet and shoot your hips upward. Inhale, look down towards your right fingertips. Exhale, place your left palm back down on the mat. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, send it through. Prepare for high crescent lunge. Inhale, hands to the sky, gaze upward. Strong through the legs. Square the hips forward. Energy coming out of the right heel. Maybe scoop the tailbone under slightly. Bring your right foot in a little bit. Prepare for pyramid pose. Inhale, exhale, hinge at the hip over the left thigh, hands at heart center. Deep stretch in the left leg. Make sure there's a micro bend in the left knee. Hips are square. Both heels are on the ground. Your back and your neck are elongated. Energy coming out of the crown of the head. Inhale, back up to standing. Send your right leg back slightly. Open your arms up into Warrior Two. Ground to the outer edge of the right foot. Gaze over the left hand. Push the shoulders down and away from the ears. Straighten your left leg and begin to lengthen yourself forward. Reach forward as your hips shoot backward. And then place your left hand on your knee, thigh, ankle on the earth. Right hand comes up towards the sky. Gaze goes up towards your right fingertips. Bend your left knee. Inhale up to Warrior Two. Exhale, windmill your arms forward. Send your left foot back. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to center. Round through the spine. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Place the foot on the earth. Open up, wild thing. Left hand comes up overhead. Shoot your hips up towards the sky. Inhale, look down towards your right fingertips. Exhale, place the left hand on the mat. Shoot the right leg back up to the sky. Exhale, send the right leg through. Prepare for warrior one. Ground the left heel. Inhale, torso and hands up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, hands clasp at your sacrum behind you. You can use a strap here, or just keep your arms engaged and lengthened to your sides if your shoulders do not allow you to do this. Exhale, humble your warrior. Hinge at the hip, fold over, torso on the left side of your knee. Make sure your right knee is not collapsing inward. Inhale, exhale, your hands to the mat, and then bring your right palm on the inside of your right foot, lizard pose. Your left knee can be placed on the mat or it can be raised. Left toes can be curled under still to engage the left leg. The right knee splays open to deepen the stretch in the inner thigh and the right leg. Hands on the mat. You can come down to your forearms if that feels nice, or you can stay here. If you'd like to take this a little bit further, you can bend at your left knee. Take your right hand up and over and clasp onto your left ankle to get a deep stretch in the left quad. Gaze out to the right. Breathe into this deep stretch. Release the left foot. Place the right hand back on the mat. Shoot the right leg back, and then we will flow through chaturanga, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Straighten your knees, but be sure not to lock them. Firm the outer thighs and roll the upper thighs inward slightly. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left knee to center. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Straighten your left knee, place the left foot on the ground. Wild thing. Right hand sweeps up and overhead. Shoot your hips to the sky. Inhale, gaze comes to the left hand. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Send the left foot up to three-legged down dog. Exhale, send the left leg through. Prepare for warrior one. Inhale, torso, hands up towards the sky. Root the right heel to the ground. Hips square. Both legs engaged. Inhale, bring your arms behind you, hands clasped behind your tailbone. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, humble your warrior, hinge at your hip, fold over your left leg. Torso on the right side of your knee. Make sure your left knee is not collapsing inward. Open up the shoulders. Release your arms, place your hands on the mat. Walk your left hand on the inside of the left foot. Lizard pose. This is a deep stretch in the left hip. Your right knee can be on the ground or raised. You can come down to your forearms. Or if you want to deepen the stretch, you can bend at the right knee. Inhale your left arm up and over and clasp onto your right ankle to get a deep stretch in the right quad. Gaze to the left. Release the left hand and the right leg. Send the left foot back, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, use your core muscles to lift you up and back into downward facing dog. Chest drops towards the legs. Maybe focus on the arm rotation here in downward facing dog. Firm your shoulder blades against your back, then widen them and draw them towards your tailbone. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Walk or step your feet in between your palms. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, with a flat back, reverse swan dive to standing. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Prepare for tree pose. Feet are hip width distance apart. Start to shift your weight onto your left foot as the right foot is placed on either the inside of the ankle, calf, or thigh. Being mindful to avoid the knee, you can even clasp onto your ankle with your right hand and Guide it up the left leg and place it there. Inhale, hands come overhead, gaze forward, find an unmoving point in front of you. Both legs equally engaged, pushing into each other. Root down into the four corners of the left foot. Push your shoulders down and away from the ears. Maybe clasp your fingers as your pointer fingers shoot towards the sky. Hands come to heart center, release the right foot. Tree pose on the opposite side. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left foot off the ground, place it on your leg. Avoid the right knee. Engage both legs. Inhale, arms come overhead. Fingers spread wide. Gaze on an unmoving point in front of you. Maybe hands clasp as your arms frame your face. Point your fingers to the sky. Root down into the four corners of the right foot. Hands to heart center, left foot releases to the ground. We'll meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms overhead, maybe find a slight back bend. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with a long spine. Exhale, walk, step, or hop your feet back into chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the ground. Spread them wide, big toes to touch, child's pose. Say hi to all the pets around you. Come up and we will meet in a cross-legged seated position. Bring your left foot up and over your right knee, placing your left ankle somewhere on your right knee or thigh. Flex your left ankle to make sure that you're not collapsing through the ankle, and engage in a deep stretch in the left hip. Ideally, you want your shins to be parallel with each other, or if your foot needs to be placed on the ground, that's also okay. Place your thumbs in the creases of your hips to ground your sit bones into the earth, and then place your hands on the ground in front of you. With a flat back, you can breathe into this deep stretch, or you can walk your hands forward and fold over your legs. Inhale, walk your hands up to sitting. Bring your left foot over your right leg and place the ball of your left foot on the floor as we prepare for a twist to the left. Hook your right elbow on the left knee. Kickstand your left hand out behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left, gaze to the left. Exhale, release the twist, come back to center. Switch your legs so the right ankle is placed somewhere on the left thigh or knee. Flex the right ankle to make sure you're not collapsing through the ankle. Dig your thumbs into the creases of your hips to make sure that you're rooting down through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hip, maybe fold forward slightly, or you can walk your hands out to get a deeper stretch in that right hip. Breathe into this as though you have a pair of lungs in the right hip. Inhale, walk your hands back up to center. Place the ball of your right foot on the mat, and we will twist to the right. Hook your left elbow on the right knee. Kickstand your right hand out behind you. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Release your legs. Come to lying on your belly. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees. And clasp your palms on the outer edges of your ankles, and we'll prepare for bow pose. On your next inhale, push your ankles into your palms to lift your torso and chest open forward, gaze forward. Breathe deeply into this. Maybe rock back and forth with your breath. Be mindful to keep your knees hip-width distance apart, not let them splay out. Inhale, maybe come up a little bit higher. Exhale, release, place the cheek on the mat, arms straight to your sides. We'll do this 2 more times. So bend your knees, clasp onto the outer edges of your ankles. Inhale, push your ankles against your palms. Lift off the ground. Maybe roll back and forth with the breath. Breathe into your belly. Massage your inner organs. Exhale, release, other cheek to the mat. I hope you're enjoying my dog just wandering around, not really knowing what's happening, but definitely wanting me to play. One more time, clasp onto your ankles. Inhale, push your ankles into your hands, lift off the ground. Breathe into your belly. Be mindful that your knees aren't splaying open. Flex your feet. Roll back and forth. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, release. Plant your palms. Lift yourself up and back into child's pose. Get a release in the lower back. Maybe sway from side to side. Walk your hands up and come to a seated position. Prepare for boat pose. Bend your knees, place the soles of your feet on the mat. Inhale, lean backward as your feet come off the mat. Maybe shins are parallel with the earth. Hands come out to your sides facing the sky. Engage your core muscles and your back muscles. Lift through the chest, gaze slightly upward. Make sure not to collapse through the stomach and chest. Open to the sky. Shine your heart forward. Lengthen through the spine and the crown of the head. Inhale, maybe straighten your legs and your arms. And then exhale, feet to the mat. Rest. Find a spot where you can root your sit bones into the earth. Inhale, lean backward slightly as your feet come off the mat. Maybe this is enough. Maybe shins go parallel to the earth. Lengthen through the spine. Engage your core. Breathe through this. Inhale, straighten your legs if you can. Maybe just give it a try. Exhale, release your feet to the ground. Inhale, lean backward slightly as your feet come off the mat. Maybe shins go parallel to the earth. Lengthen through the spine. Engage your core. Inhale, straighten your legs if you can. Maybe just give it a try. Exhale, release your feet to the ground. Gently roll down on your back. Arms come to a T. Right leg crosses over left. Knees drop to the left. Glue your shoulder blades to the ground. Gaze to the right. Gentle supine twist. Breathe into this twist. Feel a release in the lower back and in the side body. Inhale, knees back up to center. Shift your hips maybe a little bit over to the left as you cross your left leg over your right. Knees drop to the right, gaze to the left. Keep your shoulder blades glued to the mat. Gentle twist. Breathe into this. Inhale, knees back up to center. Uncross your legs. Straighten your legs and your arms to your sides, palms facing upward. We will meet in our final resting pose, Shavasana. Let go of the breath completely as you rest here. Release the muscles in your face and your jaw. Raise your eyebrows slightly. Some ways we can pay homage to our beautiful home daily are by spending at least 15 minutes outside in nature each day. Going on walks, hiking, recycling, walking or biking instead of driving, being mindful to do things that help to keep our communities clean. Observe as your thoughts enter your mind and then float away like a cloud overhead without any attachment to those thoughts. Let the music wash over you and enjoy this meditation for the next couple of minutes. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Deepen your breath. Come back into your body. Stretch your arms overhead. Get a whole body stretch from your toes to your fingers. Roll to the right side, bend your knees, fetal position. Let your cheek rest on your arm. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your face soft. Push up through your hands, come to a seated position. Lengthen through the spine and the crown of the head. And forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair. A quote by Khalil Gibran. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.